the spider's silver thread far away. In a green valley where the mountains touched the clouds, lived a little spider named Era. She was smaller than the tip of a finger, with legs as thin as whispers. Era loved weaving her webs, but the other animals in the valley often laughed at her. "What can a tiny spider do?" said the proud deer. "Your webs are so fragile, the wind breaks them," chuckled the birds. Even the rabbits teased her, hopping through her silk and tearing it apart. Era did not argue. She only repaired her webs and kept working. She believed that every thread she spun had a purpose, even if others could not see it. One summer, the sky grew heavy with storm clouds. The rain began to fall, harder and harder, until the rivers overflowed. Soon, the valley was flooded. The animals scrambled to higher ground, but many were trapped. The deer could not swim far in the rushing water. The birds were soaked and too heavy to fly. The rabbits shivered on rocks surrounded by water, afraid they would be swept away. Era clung to a branch high above the water, watching the animals panic. She wished she could help, but she was so small. Then she remembered her webs. Threads may be small, she thought, but many threads together can become strong. She began to spin. Era spun day and night, pulling silver threads across branches, weaving them into long bridges that stretched over the rushing water. At first, the animals did not notice, but the deer, desperate, stepped onto one of the webs. To his surprise, it held him steady. The rabbits hopped across the shimmering bridges, reaching the safe hill. Even the birds rested on the threads before flying off again. One by one, the animals escaped the flood, guided by Era's silver bridges. When the storm finally ended and the water sank back into the earth, the animals gathered around the little spider. "We were wrong to laugh at you," the deer said with lowered head. "Your web saved us all," whispered the birds. "You may be small, Era, but your threads are stronger than we ever imagined," said the rabbits. Era smiled gently. "My webs are just silk. But when woven with patience and purpose, even the weakest thread can hold great strength." From that day, the animals never mocked Era again. They honored her as the weaver of the valley, and whenever they crossed her silver bridges, they remembered the lesson she had taught them. Children, remember this. Just like the spider's thread, small things done with patience and kindness can become strong enough to help many. Never think you are too small to make a big difference.